So I think I've been a little bit cruel here, and I think my snowman's a little bit too big. So I'm just going to start by using the shrink sprite button again and just click on my snowman for a little while, just till I think he's at a more fair movement level. If we hit the green flag now, that looks a little bit better. Okay. So moving on from there, what would be nice is if we could make it so that when the car hits the snowman, the car gets sent back to start the game again. How are we going to do this? Well, I'm just going to say, when clicked, forever if. Now I want to do if it's touching the car. Now we saw the trick to do this earlier on. If we go to our sensing, so we're sensing to see if we're hitting the car, and I'm going to say forever if we're touching, and I'd like to do forever if we're touching. We've got a new option here, which is car. Because that's a sprite that we had previously, we can select to say if we're touching a different sprite. So, bearing in mind we're on the snowman, we're actually saying forever if the snowman is touching the car. So if the snowman does touch the car, we need to tell the car to move. And here we are again at that communication problem of I can't tell the car where to move to on this one, I can only tell the snowman where to move to. So we're going to need another broadcast. So let's go back to control for where our broadcast is. And we've already got our go to level 2 broadcast. I'm going to create a new broadcast by clicking on the drop down, new one. This one might be called restart car. Okay. So if I go to the car again, and now I can receive that broadcast. So when I receive, I don't want to do the when I receive go to level 2. I'd like to do when I receive restart car. Well, we'd like to set the car to start again, which actually we could use the code that we've already done here. So I could just select that and duplicate it. Please note that whatever you duplicate will copy anything below the block you clicked on. I don't want this one again, this when flag is clicked, because I don't need it because I'm using this block here. So I'm just going to select the purple one, duplicate, and just drag that to where I want it. And of course that now means that if I touch the car, forever if I'm touching the car, I'll broadcast the restart car. It will be heard over here. Okay, restart the car. I'll switch to the normal car, and I'll go to the starting position, and I'll point in direction 0, and I'll set the laps back to 0. Let's just test to see if this works. Okay, so if I'm driving around, and I'll come around to here. I want to hit the green, and I'll move to this position. And sure enough, I had to go back to the start. That seems to work pretty well.